Hi beauties, welcome back to J-Rock Yoga. My name is Jess, and today in this video I'd like to give you a couple poses for those of you who are suffering from low back pain, particularly herniated disc. So this is something that happens all the time, I think, just from life, from lifting, from being active, and I think a lot of people don't know what to do when this happens. Or they feel that they're going to lose their practice. I don't feel that you have to lose your practice. I just feel that maybe it has to change for a little bit while you take care of yourself. So this video is going to give you a couple tips on how to take care of yourself when you have a herniated disc, especially in the low back. So if you're interested in that, just keep watching. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'd like to run through just a little bit about disc herniation or low back spasms, everything like that. So you have your vertebrae and they are atop one another. When a disc gets herniated, the squishy disc or the squishy material inside of your vertebrae squishes out towards the back. Maybe it's just slight, maybe it's a lot, and then it's usually pretty painful, and we tend to get fearful of any type of movement because anytime there's pain, fear comes right hand in hand with it. So what I would like to let you know is certain things that we should avoid in yoga practices, especially when these things are in the more acute phase, are any type of forward flexion. So even with the knees bent, any type of us folding forward, bending forward, we want to try to avoid that with our herniated discs, at least in the very, very beginning, because when we move forward, that squishy part of our disc squishes out more towards the back, and then it tends to get more painful and not heal, but do the exact opposite. So what we want to focus on in this video is extension, which is in yoga world more back bending and a little bit of core engagement. So I'm going to have you lovely students get started on your bellies today. So if you're standing and this is super painful, what I'm going to have you do is step your right foot forward and your left foot a little bit back, drop the tail a little bit, pull the belly in, and feel this nice lift through the chest. And we're going to start to bend down into the right knee until our left knee touches the ground. Good. Trying to keep this nice lift, kind of keeping this little bit of curve in our back to protect it. And then we're going to slowly place right knee down, and we're going to come to all fours until we get all the way down onto the ground. You can just slowly lower in a way that feels good for you. So that's just a quick way to get down onto the ground. I'm going to start with a Sphinx pose. So again, if any of these postures are too much for you, obviously first line is to see a doctor and make sure, or a physical therapist, and make sure that it's okay. But if this feels all right, I'm going to have your shoulders stack right above your elbows and the hands are spread nice and wide. We're going to have you untuck your toes and press down to the tops of the feet so that the kneecaps lift, the glutes are nice and engaged, and then we'll pull the belly in. And this is just, we're going to breathe here for as long as feels good, maybe 5 to 10 breaths. Shoulders are down and back, core is engaged. So we're coming into this nice little back bend. Good. Couple more breaths here. And if you'd like, after about 5-10 breaths or so, you can press into the hands and start to slowly lift up into a little bit of a bigger back bend. Now, what we want to avoid in these back bends is the hips coming totally off the ground. We want to really keep the hips rooted down, keep the core pulled in, and then we can slowly lower right back down to our Sphinx pose. And then if that feels all right, you could inhale to lift up, and we can exhale to come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Great. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to lower our bellies all the way down to the ground, coming into cobra. So now, depending on how you feel in your body, you can line up your fingertips with the top of the shoulder heads, or you can have them out a little bit more in front of you. So this is going to be at your discretion. Again, we're going to really think about keeping that low belly onto the ground. So as we inhale, press into the ground, shoulders down and away, and start to lift up. So if we start to lift up the hips and the thighs, we're taking that stretch out of the low back and we're kind of putting it on the hip flexors. So think about keeping into a nice strong cobra. Pelvis is rooted down, belly is pulled in, and then slowly come all the way back down. And then inhale, press up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, all the way down. This is helping that disc kind of squish back into where it should be. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Good. So you can take anywhere from 5 to 10 of those. You can rest, make a pillow for your hands, bring a cheek to the side, and then maybe do a few more. These are just good ways, good movements to add into your daily routine to help your disc heal. So to get back up, which is where we're moving, we're going to pull in the core. Depending on how much pain we're in, we're going to just press up a little bit onto the knees, come to fingertips, and bring one foot forward. Both hands can climb to the top of the knee, press up, stand all the way up. Good work. So now we're going to move into extension while standing. If it's hard for you to get down on the belly, we can just start with these and move to what we just learned. Again, this is your practice. It's how you feel. Use these tools in whatever way suits you best. So we're going to stand feet hip width apart, root down through the feet, feel kneecaps lift. Legs are strong here. Gently pull the belly in, pull the low ribs in. Good. And then you can place the hands on the low back. I like to do this just for support. You can even move them up a little bit, kind of so that the heels of your palms are giving your rib cage the cue to go upward. And as we inhale, we're going to gently lift the heart up, pressing hips forward to whatever degree feels good to you. And as you exhale, come back to neutral, pull the low belly in at the top. So we're not going to round forward, we're just going to curl everything in, but not round. Good. Inhale, lift up through the heart, gently press the hips forward, lean a little bit back. And as you exhale, come back to neutral, pull the belly in. Good, one more. Inhale, lift it up, lean it a little back. Exhale, pull your belly in. Good. So those are 3 pretty gentle exercises that you could do if you have a herniated disc. Again, I always would recommend seeing your doctor or your physical therapist first before starting any type of fitness regimen, but if they gave you the okay, go ahead and try these and let me know in the comments if it helped you. If you'd like more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. You can find me on Instagram at jrockyoga, and you can find my website at jrockyoga.com for recipes, longer flows, all other life stuff. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week.